The Real Housewives of New Jersey, episode 2. We got to talk about it. We got to roast it. We got to recap it. So grab a beverage and hopefully you're wearing something comfy and let's get started.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want. 'Cause your heart's made of gold, but don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel, stand-up comedian and Bravo superfan, Joleen Lunzer here for another episode of No Offense, All Offense, sort of, where we talk about the things that we love watching. Today is going to be all about The Real Housewives of New Jersey, season 14, episode 2. All right? We had episode 2 that aired, and last night, the icing on the brain cake. Danielle takes the first steps in making Valentina a star. Melissa and Joe host a bittersweet celebration for Antonio's birthday before she leaves for college in Delaware. Lingering drama between Rachel, John, and Teresa threatens to ruin the entire trip to the Jersey Shore. Oof. It is gonna get intense, okay? If you are joining live, please smash that like, you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you've subscribed, thank you. If you haven't, what are you waiting for? We have so much fun. Thank you for participating in the live chat. Remember, I am really opinionated, okay? So I have my favorites on the show. I have my least favorites. I'm biased, but you're welcome to have your opinion, even if it's different than mine, and we can just agree to disagree.
That's my opinion!
And that's okay, as long as we're not buttholes to each other, all right? We can do this. We can do this. We can get through this.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Remember, everything I say is alleged. However, everything is true except for the parts that are false. All right. And shout out, we got some new members today. You guys, Leah Lewis, welcome to the YouTube membership. Alyssa, hopefully I am saying that correctly. Susan Z, Beached, welcome. Summer Tawny, thank you so much. And Donna C has been a member for a year. Oh, it's been much longer. Could only afford this. Donna C, you are amazing. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. I was going to break in, do a song about it. If you want to support the channel, you can do like Donna C and the other new members have done. You can become a member of YouTube, or you can check me out on Patreon. I have a membership over there as well. You can send a super chat while we're live. I'll highlight your comment. You can send a super thanks after the video post, or you can hit me up on the Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. All the information is at the bottom of the screen and also in the description. But it's not anything that's required. It's just if you feel so inclined, and it is very appreciated. But you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, okay? We're going to take a comedic look at all things Real Housewives of New Jersey. And please, if you're joining in the live chat, let us know all your thoughts, hopes, dreams, and opinions about this season, this episode. And you guys, there's so much going on behind the scenes of this show with bloggers and the cast themselves that I got to get caught up on, because I am still so immersed in Vanderpump that right now I'm pretty much only focused on some of the things I see on Twitter with Jersey and also the episode. So thank you to those of you who have been sending me all of this craziness surrounding fighting, people setting people up with certain bloggers off camera. It's truly fascinating. I just haven't been able to totally dive into it, but once I do, we will we'll talk about it. Hey artists, good evening, Joleen. Thank you for always keeping me up to date on all the tea. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Wanda says, I can't with Teresa, but I just love Joleen too much, so I have to watch this recap. Yep. You don't have to like Teresa to come over here and watch this recap. Even though the name of the episode is The Icing on the Brain Cake, I named it Haters and Hair, because that's like all that's happening. This cast really doesn't like each other. They are split down the middle. Speaking of Vanderpump cast members not liking each other, this cast really doesn't like each other. Okay, so let's just break it down. You guys sound off in the chat. I love hearing from you. All right. So we start the episode, we get a little insight into Danielle and Danielle's stage momness. So Danielle, I don't even know if I have a picture of Danielle here. Danielle has 2 kids. You know, she has a son, and then the youngest is her daughter, and she has put her daughter into, or is trying to put her daughter, I should say, in the entertainment business. And I'm just like, this is the only picture I have of Danielle, and it's Danielle getting her butt sculpted, and we're just going to work with it. So she needs to get her daughter new headshots. And I'm like, you guys know how I feel about this. I just don't think kids, we know too much now. It's 2024. I don't think we need kids in the industry. I just don't, but that's me. But she's like, of course I'm going to be a stage mom. Of course I'm going to put my daughter in here. Of course. All right. And her little daughter is so cute and she's so bright and she's just all the good things, but like, keep her away. Please keep her away. Yes. Butterfly. I was thinking the same thing. Danielle reminds me of a young Teresa with Gia. Luckily, Gia has moved on from that and is taking the LSAT, which I had no idea. So Gia graduated from Rutgers and with criminal law degree, and she took the LSAT and she's like, I did good, but I know I can do better. And I was like, get it, Gia, I get it. And she wants to get into immigration law because of her dad, which I think is freaking awesome. I do. I think that's awesome for Gia. Stay off the Housewives, get that law degree because that's long term. Okay. You got to look at money being long, even though your mom's been on the show forever. She also went to jail. So just hopefully, Gia, you are a smart girl. Get it. Do the damn thing. Very proud of you with that LSATness. I was like, yes. And the comparison with Gabriella to Teresa's mom. I do like Teresa's girls. I like them so much. It was so sweet. And the fact that Gabriella is like the rock in the family, like Teresa says. I mean, those girls have been through so much. And she's the one that's putting the alarm on. She's like the little dad of the house. And she's picking up the dog pee. I'm just like, my husband's in the chat and he wants to know, Joleen, can I get the butt sculpting thing? Yes, we'll make it a couple's butt sculpting. We'll do couples butt sculpting for our next anniversary. Okay. And we'll film it for the Joleen Vlogs channel. So Danielle is, like, oh, I got to get my daughter. Getting the headshots. I'm like, okay. And then she's talking to her husband. I think his name is Nate. He barely talks. He literally has the face of a toddler and he's like 9 feet tall and he barely talks. So Nate, I think it's his name. They're talking about Danielle has a weird family dynamic. Okay. We learned her first season that she didn't talk to her brother because allegedly during the pandemic, and I think this is still the story they're going with. Allegedly during the pandemic, she was doing some stuff online, maybe selling stuff, doing paid sponsored posts. I don't know, something. Her brother ripped on her and then she was like, oh, and she stopped talking to him. I'm like, what? Huh? What? And now she was kind of bad with her mom and good with her dad, but now she's bad with her dad, good with her mom, still doesn't talk to her brother. And at the last reunion, they talked about Danielle sending her brother a gift when he had a baby. And then her brother, I believe, sent it back, a la Kim Richards with Lisa Rinna's Blue Bunny for her grandchild. And Danielle's like, I just don't like the way that my dad handled this. So I'm just cutting him off. This whole story, let me know if I'm the only one. It was confusing because then she said, but I still talk to my dad and my kids still go over there and Nate's taking them. I'm like, huh? What is it? And with the closed captions on, not that she's speaking another language, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe Jersey Shore is another language. Maybe, New Jersey Housewives, they speak Jersey Shore. I don't know. I'm not sure. So with the closed captions on, it said, I wouldn't keep these kids and stuff from my family. But with the closed captions off, it sounded like she said she would keep her kids from her family. I'm like, eh? So they talk about that. And Nate apparently had a cyst on his brain. I was like, oh my God, what in the Tom Sandoval is going on over here? I mean, really, truly sad. But the only thing I could think of when he was saying this was Tom Sandoval's cis male rant.
The new thing is that, as a cis male,
Did you say cyst?
raise your voice, yell, do whatever you feel entitled to do. But as a straight male, if I was a woman, I could do that. If I was a gay male, I could do that. But as a straight male, if I raise my voice, it's wrong.
And I was like, oh, poor Nate. So he had a cyst on his brain. They removed it. He felt better. But there was a point where Danielle's like, he couldn't even walk. It was so scary. So now he's been alive for 6 years. He got 660 years. So it's been all about me. Baby, it's going to be about you. So now she is going to throw him a party, to a celebration of life. But he's still living. Okay, I love it. Sure, I love it. I do love that he is, doing great and all the stuff. But the way she puts it, she's like, it's a celebration of life. But it's, he's still alive. You guys get it. You don't know. You know. Alrighty. Sounds good. I was just like, okay. Then we go to Louis and Teresa. Lobster Louis. Lobster Louis is everyone. My husband was watching this with me and he goes, he was on his computer, but he looks up from time to time. I wish he would just like sit there and watch it with me and then we go, but no, that was very Joe from Vanderpump. He's like, is everyone wearing their merch on this show? And I said, yes, they are. So he is wearing the famous Melania quote to Joe Giudice when she said, give me pizza, troll. So he's wearing that t-shirt and she's wearing her namaste bitches, which apparently Teresa has a podcast. I've seen this podcast. I've never listened to it because I can't imagine, no offense, all offense, listening to a Teresa podcast. There really aren't many women on Jersey that I could listen to a podcast of. Yeah, no. They'd have to be spilling some serious tea or like dragging somebody to tune in. I'll be honest. I am a dirtbag like that. I don't know what Teresa could tell me. But Lobster Louis, they're talking about Gabriella heading off to Michigan or University of Michigan, not Michigan State, University of Michigan. And Teresa's like, this is going to be so hard. I don't know. And Lobster Louis's dad is now sober 8 years. So they're going to go to a dinner for him. And he's had a strained relationship with his dad because his dad's an alcoholic. And okay. But then Teresa, what the hell is Teresa talking about with this? She's like, I got something on Margaret Josephs and it's so illegal and I can't wait. I'm going to be singing like a bird when it comes out. And she tells Lobster Louis, she says, Lobster Louis, listen, okay, we know what's going on with Margaret Josephs. Yeah, how she put her whale on everything in that Martha's Vineyard. No, what was that brand that sued Margaret Josephs? I forget the brand, Vineyard Farms or Vineyard something. And she's like, you know, Lobster Louis, Red Face Louis, but we can't talk about it right now, but I'm going to talk about it. So then Teresa's like, I can't wait until the truth comes out about Margaret, okay? Wearing them cheap ass wigs with your thin hair, being all illegal and shit. So apparently Margaret she's like, I'm going to be singing like a bird. Oh, Vineyard Vines. Is that what it is, Dynasty? Okay. What is it though? Just tell us. Has it already come out? What Margaret did? What did she do that's illegal? Insider trading? Is she going to prison like Martha Stewart? What's happening? What's going on? Was she working with Diddy? What's happening? I don't know. Did she take too much Ozempic? Did she buy the Ozempic trademark? And now she jacked up the price? What did she do? Lobster Louis, tell us. So Teresa and Lobster Louis are like, we're not going to tell. Then we go to Dolores, Big D. And I don't know why I just called her Big D, but, double D's. I don't know. Double D Dolores, love her. She's got her glasses on. She's like, Paul, I'm starting to study I'm back selling houses again. So Dolores is like, listen, I cannot rely on you men for no money. All right. Look at Frank. He got disbarred. Okay. I can't. We were flipping homes and then I don't know what's going on over there. Love him, whatever. But I need to sell some homes. And then Irish Paul is like, hey, what's going on? I'm Irish. I don't know. That's not an Irish accent, you guys. But you know what I'm saying? So Dolores is like, I'm back to real estate. What's up? Yeah, I got one from Patterson. If people don't buy it, I kick their ass. I'm not sure. She's selling home. She wants a little bit of Paul's help. Paul's like, oh, so I'm going to do it. What's luck of the Irish? Yes, Wanda Lee, thank you for the membership. He's like, in Ireland, we don't sell the houses, okay? We put two people in the front yard and they kick whoever wins the fight, they get it. I don't know. It's a horrible, horrible Irish accent. Apologies to all my Irish friends, okay? But then Dolores says, we are going. I've been living with Paul for a year now, okay? But I want my own money because she wants to be financially stable and free. Do you hear that, Lala? Do you hear that? She's like, I can't rely on no man, okay? But she says, Paul, we are going to the Jersey Shore. We're going to the Jersey Shore. All right, we're going to walk on the boardwalk. We're going to catch all the diseases. We're doing the Jersey Shore thing, okay? And Paul's like, do I got to get those lines carved into the side of my head like Lucky Charms? And she's like, no. Oh, Paul, quiet, you, Paul. Calm down, dog. Dolores just like, she calls her dog. She's like, stop, dog. Yes, dog. No, Paul. No, Paul. Wanda Lee, thank you for becoming a member. They're after me, Lucky Charms, okay? She's so pretty, but wishy-washy. Dolores wants to play. She's gonna play in the middle, but ultimately I think she's always gonna be loyal to Teresa. Lisa says, hi, Joleen, I'm from Bergen County. Oh my God, we have a real Bergen County person. I used to hide in powder room near downstairs laundry room, lock the door, and practice diction so I could lose the accent and sound like the anchor people on the news. Oh my gosh, Lisa, that is adorable. I love a Jersey accent. I wish I could do it. I can't. Every live I'm practicing horribly. Every live I murder the Jersey accent. But I can relate only because being from Minnesota, there was a long time that I tried to hide my Minnesota accent, and now I just embrace it. I'm like, I love it. The older I get, the better, but I totally get it. Trying to lose it. Maybe you can give me a few pointers on what to say, because I don't even know what area I'm in right now with this accent, but we're just having fun. But oh my God. So can you tell us, was John Fuda, was he the drug kingpin of Bergen County? We just need to know. Did you ever purchase some marijuana and or from, the nose candy from John Fuda? Okay. From John Fuda. Lisa says, I moved 3,000 miles away to LA, California to escape the drama. It even followed me here. Girl, I hear that stuff is going to follow. It's going to follow, right? The Bergen County, the Jersey of it all. Oh my gosh. Lisa, we might need you to write a book. We might need you to write a book. So Dolores is happily in the Irishman's house, selling houses. She's back on her real estate grind, and she's like, hell yeah. Then we have Melissa Gorga. Oh my God, my baby Antonia. She's turning 18. So Melissa Gorga is celebrating her daughter Antonia is turning 18, and she's going off to the University of Delaware, right? Yes. And she's like, oh my God. And of course, Antonia's 18. So she's like, oh, okay, Mom, you can throw me a brunch. I'll hang out with you guys for like an hour or two. You can pay for me and my friends to get food in our tummies before we go get wasted, allegedly. Okay. I'm just thinking of what I did at 18. So of course she's like, I want to party with my friends. No offense. All offense. No offense. Pamela B says John Fuda sold a little tuda, little toot toot. Or Susan C wants to know, Lisa, you are our insider. Or did John Fuda sell you a double D? Okay, double dildo. Allegedly. Lisa says, LOL, if John Fuda drug kingpin of Bergen County, he would be living much better than represent. Oh, okay. I was impressed with the Fudas with their Jersey Shore house. It seemed nice. I don't know how close it is to the actual shore. It seems like Jennifer Aydin's Jersey Shore house gives me a headache. There's too many stairs. I'm sure it's far more expensive than I could ever afford, but I like Melissa and Joe's. I think that's, they're redone as Teresa would say, their redone Jersey Shore house. But Jennifer Aydin's, I mean, I thought Bill had it like that because if you look at the house that they have, but her Jersey Shore house is like, I don't know. I think, is it a condo? I'm not sure. It might be a split level. I think it came furnished or something. Well, we know Jennifer Aydin is not good at the furnishings. The colors of the wall, it makes me feel like I'm in a 90s sitcom or doctor's office. I don't like it. No offense, all offense. Lisa says, my son just told me, Mom, you need to write a book, but it needs to help people. You can help people out of Bergen County, allegedly, or away from John Fuda and his alleged drug dealing. Oh, it's full of professional athletes. Oh my gosh. I got to go like explore New Jersey because it seems like New Jersey has so much going on. So much going on. Donna C said John Fuda said he was busted when he was 17 for dealing weed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we all were. We all were, John Fuda. Uh-huh. Sure. So we're at Antonia's brunch, and Antonia's with her friends. And Antonia, she gets so annoyed by her mom. Where like Teresa's kids, they get annoyed by her, and Gia roasts her up a little bit. But Antonia's like, please don't touch me. Please don't touch me. And Melissa's like, oh my God, me. I remember when they cut you out of my belly. Oh my God, I thought you were coming down my cervix, my baby door, but they cut you out. And Joe and Melissa's sons are like little Joes, but they're so old now. And they were just like, oh, so the family's there. Some of Antonia's friends are there. And we learn that Joe Gorga really supports gay. I mean, he's all gay pride. He's all gay rights. He was basically making out with Melissa's cousin who's getting married. Okay. They just started going at it at brunch. I was like, gentlemen, this we don't make out. There should be no making out for anyone during brunch. Excuse me. That is a nighttime. They were getting down. There was tongue, at least the version I was watching. Melissa's cousin Nick is getting married right in front of his fiance, or actually right behind his fiance. His fiance's in the blue shirt there. And Joe Gorga was slipping him the tongue, the tip of the wiener. He slipped him the circumcision. It was crazy.
Where's Meredith Marks when I need her?
The rumors, the nastiness, the rumors, the nastiness. You want me to go there with her husband? I can go there. You can leave.
Sorry, I had to do a little. John Fuda just came to the door and dropped off a little gift. Allegedly. Obviously, everything I say is true except for the parts that are false. Allegedly. But I was like, Joe, get a room. Get a room. Okay? And this man is engaged. So we go on this whole Joe Gorga is the captain of gay pride. All right? It was so, oh my gosh. He was just, and the cousin was really like, Joe Gorga accepted me before I came out. And I do get that about Joe Gorga. Joe Gorga is, I would say if Joe Gorga was born in a different time period, he would probably identify as pansexual, 100%. You know, so little Joey Gorga, little red-faced himself, is sitting there, and he's always talking about his meat. He's always trying to get a feel, you know. So Mazel, awesome. Nick, the cousin, is getting married. It's going to be a great wedding, and Joey Gorga is going to officiate. I will say, though, be careful, okay? I need Nick's fiance to open his eyes to the fact that Joey Gorga was tonguing Nick, okay? So I don't know if you should officiate a wedding that you might ultimately break up. I don't know. But very nice. And then they go on just a spiel of some people think it's a fake scene. I saw It's Bravo Bitch on Twitter was saying, honestly, I fast forwarded through this fake scene. I'm not a diehard Jersey girl, so don't come for me. But the Gorgas seem so bitter now They are too obsessed with taking Teresa down, plus getting Melissa's family on the show. It's giving too thirsty. And I would love to hear what you guys have to say. My husband says, can I kiss Nick, Melissa's cousin? Yes, you can. You can. Yes. I think you have to now. We got to get on the show, Joe. Okay. We're getting old and we got to lock down a bag, like a big bag. We got to get that money, honey. So if we can pimp you out, hype man husband, Joe, let's do it. Let's do it. Right? Right, Death Ray? Those husbands are lobsters. Why are they such lobsters? This scene, Melissa was like getting a little verklempt. She's like, it's just my family. They accepted Joe. And Joe's family really isn't accepting him right now. I'm like, the problem is you and Teresa keep fighting over stupid shit. Honestly, I am so bored of you and Teresa fighting. Can we just move on.org? Why can't you guys team up and go after somebody else? I don't understand why Melissa and Teresa, they're a lot alike, but why do they have to fight so much? It's boring. I am bored with these two sister-in-laws fighting. They're both materialistic. They both are like, ah! And now Melissa, she's been doing this for a while, but she's starting to say like the little dumb Teresa-isms. Like, oh, I don't know words, you know? Because when Melissa started on the show, she's like, oh, Teresa, dumb. But then she's over there being like, you have to bury your what did she say? You have to sow your wild. She didn't say sow your wild oats. She didn't say it correctly. She said, you have to let out your wild oats. Yeah. And everyone's like, what? Yeah, you gotta bury them. Yeah. What? So she's got these little dumb-isms. Naomi says, chill, you can't. We might have to pimp him out, Naomi. Okay. I want generational wealth. So we might have to pimp him out. I don't know if the red face Anne is a side effect for Ozempic men, but we know John Fuda, allegedly, he is on the Ozempic. Because I saw a picture of him recently, and he is skinny. Like, he is Kate Moss. He is heroin chic from the 90s. All right. Oh, Melissa's coming in here. Melissa Turcotte says, high blood pressure and low-key alcoholism paired with spray tan equals lobster look. I think that might be a pretty close diagnosis. Pretty close. Yes. I don't like Louis either. I think Louis grosses me out. Ooh, Lucy has a theory. I love a theory. Lucy says, Jolene, I have a theory about why the men are so red. Oh, I love it. Okay, hear me out. It's too much tomato in what? Too much tomato in their diet. Like if you eat too many carrots, you turn orange. Or too many blueberries, and you need to get juiced. What? I love your theory, Lucy. And I don't know. I'm not a nutritionist, but that's amazing. That's amazing. I really love that. Thank you for that theory. We're going to go with that. It's too much tomatoes. Okay. It's too much tomatoes. So they have this emotional scene and Melissa's whole family's there. Like, am I on camera? Am I there? Hi. Yeah. We're there for you, Joey. We love you, Joey. We love you, Joey. And Antonia's like, oh my gosh, can we get out of here? Death Ray says, okay. The tomato theory tracks. Lisa says, Tree are all so concerned about the money. Now they have to keep up with their new neighbors, next level, wealthy people, families, cultured with class, morals, and values. No more mafiosos. Oof. We got our Bergen County insider. Lisa is our Bergen County insider. They got to keep up with the Bergen counties. Mm-hmm. Yes, Jacqueline. Well said. Jennifer Aiden has deplorable taste, whether it's her fashion or her home decor. It's really, really bad. It's really, really bad. So yeah, so they have this little thing. Look at Melissa's sons. Oh my God, the one's already taller than his dad. Everyone's so old. I feel so old. And Antonia, she's like, I'm not following a man anywhere. He's gonna follow me. And her grandma's like, that's right, baby. This is my girl. And I'm like, stay with that, baby girl. I love that. Don't follow no guy. Lucy says, maybe I'm stoned. And made an Oompa Loompa reference. I love it. I think that actually what you said was pretty scientific. Pretty scientific there, Lucy. Okay. So we have that going on. And then we get a little bit of Jennifer Aiden and her daughters. I'm sorry, Jennifer Aiden's youngest daughter is my favorite person on the show. I forgot what her name is. No offense, all offense, but she's my favorite. She was like, oh my God, because Jennifer's like, we forgot to get your backpacks. And her cute youngest daughter is just like, oh my God, yeah, Vampire Diaries. Like, my celebrity crush. I can look at him every day. I love her. She's like the new little Melania. She's just my heart. Every time she's on screen, she tried to fix her parents' marriage. That was super sweet. She's always just looking over at the adults, like, what are they doing? She just is such a beautiful, special, hilarious little girl. And then her middle daughter's a sweetie too. And she's like, why are you looking at me like I'm like a weird kid? She goes, you are a weird kid. Like, they're so cute. Vampire Diaries reference, right? I love it. I love it. So cute. So cute. She's my favorite. I wish she was in all the scenes because she makes it all worth it. We just get like a little bit of the Jennifer Aiden on that, and then I don't think we really saw much of you guys remember this Fuda when they did the calendar? Did they really make him look like a lumberjack serial killer in this? I remember the episode, and they had Frank Catania in the bunny ears with the basket. But did they really? This is like scaring me a little bit. The more I look at this, I'm like, there's blood on that axe. And I love all things spooky and Halloween, but this is a little frightening. It's kind of frightening, right? Like, not in a fun, frightening way. It's like, yeah, it's Amity. It is Amity. Yes. Right? I'm just like, oh, John Fuda, please stop. Please go away. Please go away. It's like Harry and the Hendersons. I just, Now we do see, so everyone's going to the shore. Okay, everyone's like, because Danielle's having this celebration of life party for her husband who's still alive. So they're getting ready to go to the shore. Jenny, whatever, Fessler is very much on the Ozempic. Oh, I forgot about the pickleball scene. So we get a pickleball scene, right? Good God. I mean, listen, I'm not above playing a little pickleball, but can we stop? Margaret shows up and she's like, we're going to do pickleball. And I'm like, oh God. And then Melissa's like, I'm very competitive. And then Rachel Fuda is like, I had juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. I'm like, oh my God, that's horrible. I've had 2 hip replacements. Oh my God. But I competed in Miss Body USA. And I'm like, well, now I feel like an asshole because I have never had a hip replacement and I haven't ever gotten my body that together in my whole life. And she'd had 2 hip replacements and rheumatoid juvenile, that's hard to say, juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. But this poor lady, she's like, I've been on medications my whole life. Okay. And now when I pick up my baby, it shoots all the way up my arm. I'm actually going to the orthopedic tomorrow because I have been having issues with my shoulder and my arm for like 2 months now, where I can barely, like, I do too much when I'm online, but it just like kills. And I don't know what it is. So I looked at Chell and I said, you think I got rheumatoid arthritis? He said, I don't think so. But I don't know. So I felt bad for Rachel Fuda. And Rachel Fuda was just like, oh my God, it goes all the way up my arm. And I was like, me too. When I pick up my dog babies and my cat babies, I think it was some yard work I did when Nana was in town in March. I was picking up big pavers and big bags of rock because I still think I'm like strong like a farm girl, but I haven't worked out in so long. So I shouldn't have been doing that. So I think I tore something and maybe there's some tendonitis. We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Not that you're here for that. Okay. So they're doing pickleball, right? Pickleball was cool before Randall ruined it, right? Everyone could play pickleball. Cool. So they're sitting there and Rachel Food is like, number 1, I hate Teresa. Number 2, I hate Teresa. Number 3, my husband, John Fuda, he was not selling hardcore drugs, okay? He was selling a little weed when he was 17. Okay, and I love Jen Fessler. We had the best party. I know she didn't have enough food for us and everything, but people are Danielle's staying at my house because I got a relationship with her. I'm trying to make a relationship with her. Okay, so number 3, Jen Fessler's coming over. Margaret's like, oh, okay, that sounds good. And then Melissa, and I don't know, this scene was really boring. It was interesting to hear about Rachel Fuda's health stuff, I guess, because I was like, oh, she's kind of been through a lot. But yeah, enough with the pickleball. Enough with the pickle. Maybe a pinched nerve. I'm not sure, but I have been in pain, you guys. Let me tell you, I just kept thinking it's gonna go away, and it just kept getting worse and worse. And so I feel you, Rachel Fuda, even though you've been through way more than me. All right. So then everyone heads down to the Jersey Shore. Everyone's gonna Jersey Shore it. Yeah. Joe Gorga's gonna come down there and tell us more about how Melissa's family, he embraced me the minute I met them. Blah blah blah. Okay. Yeah, I love them. They're the best. She lets me tongue kiss her cousin. All right. So we get to see the Fuda's Jersey Shore home. Now, listen. Jersey people, tell me, where is her home? Is it right on the Jersey Shore? Because this seems like a nice house. I like the kitchen with the island. It seems, Danielle's staying there with her husband, who I think his name is Nate, but again, he barely talks and he's got a toddler face. And then Jen Fessler and Jen Fessler's husband, and Jen Fessler is looking good. And Rachel Fuda puts out a spread. That's a spread. Jennifer Aiden in her Jersey Shore condo, she was down. Jennifer Aiden is like she's a mood, okay? She's a vibe sometimes because, like the kids say, she just had like large pieces of pizza. She had some fries. Her and her little baby girl are just sitting there snacking at their table waiting for like Teresa and Louie to show up and whoever else is staying at her house. And then she's got like a hoagie and she's cutting it in half, like, grab what you want. But the Fudas are like, it's very classy. They even got Bacardi because they know that Nate and Danielle, they like the Bacardi. All right. So if I come to your house, this is very impressive to me. Now, if you give me a big, I love pizza, but if you give me like a bite of your pizza and a handful of fries, I'm going to go. I don't even think Aiden put out plates. She was like, come and get it. Like she was feeding a group of 10-year-olds. All right. And Teresa comes in and I'm like, Teresa doesn't eat that. Teresa does not eat that, which we saw when we saw Teresa's butt. I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about this scene because it's not always my favorite scenes when the ladies do these like sculpting and stuff. But Teresa's butt was like, I don't know if I've ever seen a butt that was it filtered? Was it a filtered butt? Because that butt was pristine. There was not a goosebump, not a pimple, not a pore, nothing. Maybe the after effects that I was like, how is that her ass? How is that her ass? And so her and Danielle, and so Teresa, Danielle, and Jennifer Aiden were talking about this upcoming Jersey Shore and all this stuff, going to the shore. And they were getting those sculptings where it feels like, Teresa's like, it feels like you're doing 50,000 crunches. But it just basically, it electrocutes your anus. And it feels so good. Jennifer Aiden's like, oh, I can't do that. I need laughing gas if I'm going to do that. Ugh, it hurts too much. And then Gia's there doing working for like a law firm, doing the LSATs. And she's like trying to talk to her mom about this stupid shit, but she has important things going on. And she goes, oh yeah, I feel the vibrations in my stomach. So Teresa's there, and it is, honestly, I wonder if that ever makes people have to go potty, potty. So they're just sculpting everything. And Danielle's like, I got everything except for an ass. I need an ass. I need an ass. So Danielle says, listen, I want to be friends with Jen Fuda. Number one, because she talks like this and holds her fingers. Number two, her husband is the drug kingpin of Bergen County, and I love drugs. Allegedly, she didn't say that. And Teresa's like, you can be friends with whoever you want to be friends with. I do not want to be friends with them. And I do not want to be friends with the Fuda. I hate the Fudas. The Fudas hate me, and I hate the Fudas. No to the Fudas. So they have that little scene, and then everyone's butt is like jiggling. Yeah, Teresa works out. out. That butt was like, oh my God. That was like a nice butt. Definitely this guy don't deserve that butt. This guy gets that butt and this guy don't deserve that butt. A whole lobster Louie is like, he don't deserve it. Jump scare. He does. Lobster Louie. He doesn't. Okay. So back to the Fudas in Jersey. Jen Fessler never looked better. Fresh off, well, I shouldn't say fresh off. Fresh off Tony Soprano. Fresh off James Gandolfini. Years later. She is just feeling herself. Definitely Ozempic. Definitely Ozempic. And she's kind of like talking to the Fudas, and Rachel is just like, I hate Teresa. Teresa sucks. You can't have any of my cheese platter. You can't have any of my charcuterie board if you like Teresa. And John Fuda says, I don't like people who play both sides of the fence in the middle. I don't like it. And then Danielle shows up. And when Danielle and Nate show up, Danielle's in the car. I don't get it. She's telling everybody, right, who will listen, that she's trying to be friends with Rachel Fuda again. But then in the car, she says to Nate, and they got closed captioned on it, and she says, I don't even like Rachel and John. Well, then why are you going over there and staying at their house? What's happening? Is this just why? Why did Danielle, maybe someone in the chat can answer this, but why are you being like, yeah, me and Rachel are trying to get along and I like her, and then the minute you think maybe the cameras aren't on you, you say, I don't really like them. Is this a setup? Is she infiltrating? Is she becoming like an insider? So she's about to walk into Rachel Fuda's house and stay there for free. She's like, I don't even like her. No, I don't even like her. She got me Bacardi and charcuterie. I don't even like her. So go inside and they're talking. And it seems like we're definitely going to see Jen Fessler jump over to Teresa's side. Okay. That they've already spoiled that for us in the previews and all that stuff. But Jen Fessler's like, I'm loyal to you. I'm loyal to you, Rachel Fuda. And Rachel's like, you better be loyal to me because my husband is the drug kingpin of Bergen County. And I've had 2 hip replacements, so I can easily replace you. Okay, if I can replace my body parts, I can definitely replace you. And Jen Fessler's like, no, you threw a great party for me. It was so great. Minus Teresa, causing a disturbance. And then when Danielle and Nate get there, they're just like, thank you, Pamela, for the super thanks. I just saw that. When Danielle's like, can we just please all get along for Nate? It's for Nate. It's a celebration of life. God forbid something happened to Nate. He's still here. And John Fuda's like, probably not. Probably not. John Fuda's going to have some cocktails, and then you can't tell him anything. Meanwhile, Melissa's wearing latex a la Erica Jane, and she has like Margaret over at her place, and Margaret's like, oh my God, I'm so happy I can stay over here. Because if I have to stay at Jennifer Aiden's house, or maybe I don't think anyone else's house, the kids are screaming. I cannot with these kids. Oh my God, they don't have anything I can steal. They don't have any kind of like Vineyard Vines stuff I can steal from my brand. They're just kids. It's so annoying. I love this. So they're all talking about, going to Danielle's party, this celebration of life for Nate. And so everyone's gonna go. So it's gonna be very, very interesting. Joey Gorga, like I said, he found one of Margaret's wigs. And Margaret says, be careful with that. It's so expensive, Joe. Oh my God, it's so expensive. Take a picture of us. Hey, over here. Yeah. Margaret Josephs is like, if you hang out with a toddler who is aware of social media, who's always like, take a picture of me. It was like how my niece was. She would hear us, talk about social media and taking pictures. Then all of a sudden it just became, take a picture of me. Take a picture of me. And so there's Joey like, I'm wearing your hair. So they show up to this party. And immediately, you have these 2 sides. You have, Jennifer Aiden. She's showing up. Sans Bill, because Bill's in surgery. She's like, Bill's in surgery till like 9 or 10. Then he'll be here. He likes to go to the back house and hang out just to get away from us. And then he'll be back. He's in surgery. It's really big deal. And then Teresa and Louie, and Teresa's like, hi, oh my God, hi. You know, she shows up. And then you have Melissa Gorga, Joe Gorga. They're like, we're not talking to Teresa. We are not talking to Teresa. And Rachel Fuda's like, nobody better talk to Teresa because I'll mob wives their ass with this finger, and this finger. Nobody talk to him. Dolores, she's going to go. She's there. She's staying, I think, at Jennifer Aiden. She's like, I haven't been to the Jersey Shore in so long because Paulie doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. He says everybody here is just trash. He doesn't like it. He's allergic to Italian food. Yeah, I took him to the Olive Garden and, oh, he just vomited all over. Yeah, even at the soup, salad, and breadsticks, which isn't even that Italian. He just doesn't like it. Sometimes even when he goes down on me, it's just he can't do it. It's too Italian. I don't know what. I've never heard of anyone having an Italian food allergy in my life. It maybe if you're lactose, because like cheese and stuff. Could he be allergic to oregano? I don't know. I have no too much tomato. Maybe he just doesn't want to turn that red, but sometimes he's pretty red too. So I don't know what he's eating if he's not eating tomato sauce. Okay, I have no idea. Oh, Dossier says Margaret has some blackmail on Dolores. Why else would Dolores hang around her? I can't imagine. Oh, what does she have on her? What does she have on her? Dossier says Margaret is the worst backstabber. Notice how eventually all her friends turn on her. Well, didn't that blonde lady too, that was like her bestie for the restie, turn on her? And now we're going to see Jackie Goldschlager. I think it's Goldstein, but I like to call it Goldschlager. Jackie Goldschlager is like, I hate you so much right now. And Jen Fessler's going to turn on her. It's interesting. Thank you for loving my weird accent. I appreciate it. Amy, thank you so much. Amy says, how do I become a member? What am I missing? There should be a membership link that you can click on. If one of my mods doesn't mind dropping it, let me see if I can grab it for you and make it. I don't want to put my mods to work. They work so hard for me. And then I'm like, can you do this? And it's like, they're just kind people. Okay. And I don't want to make them work more because I'm just grateful that they do anything with me. Because I've had a lot of my mods for like years and years, and I'm grateful they still put up with me. Share. Okay. Invite people to join your membership. Okay. I found it. I'm going to drop it. Okay. There you go. If you want to join the membership, there you go. Yes. Spill the tea. I want to hear this, like tea, this, whatever she's doing with Dolores. Oh, Dolores. What? Every time I say Dolores, I'm like, what are you doing here without Dorinda? What are you doing here without Dorinda? Yeah, shout out to the mods all day, every day. He's eating Louis' tomato sauce, Shay says. Maybe. So they're there, and Danielle has put on a party. She was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. We flew in people from, where did they fly in from? Where did they say they flew in from? Was it DC? She flew in like a gospel group. Beautiful. They were singing, and she's like, come here, Nate. Oh, Nate. And they're like dancing to this beautiful gospel. And then Melissa Gorga's like, trying to twerk to it. I hope they paid the gospel band a lot because they came all the way there. And it was like, we're so happy you're not dead, Nate. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You live in life. Ooh, ooh. No, they had beautiful music. Beautiful. And then she's like, come here, Nate. And Nate's like, oh, da, da. You know, Nate just, to me, he's just like a big fun toddler. He's just a 7-foot tall toddler. And Danielle's like, look at, I got this over here for Nate. Nate, look at, we got raw fish. We got raw fish, baby. Raw fish. I know you love raw fish. So she's really trying to celebrate. But there's just this drama looming. Now Teresa shows up, and Teresa's like, listen, I know what Louis told me. Louis said, we heard from a lot of people, Dolores, Paul, somebody else, that Jen Fessler said, oh, you guys didn't you didn't understand the assignment. You guys dropped the ball on the plan. You didn't execute the plan. So she's like, hi, come over here. Oh, little Jen Fessler. I almost called her Siggy Flicker. Jen Fessler, come here. And Jen Fessler went running. Like she has been waiting for Teresa to invite her to the mean girls table, the cool girls table. Like, you can sit with us. Jen Fessler's like, okay, can I have a hit of your weed pen? And did she ask Jennifer Aiden? I think it was Jennifer Aiden. Jennifer Aiden's like, sure, bitch. And then she's like, what's that, Teresa? Did you know I had sex with James Gandolfini? I did. Ah! Mr. Flickler doesn't care. No, not Mr. Flickler. That's not my name. What is my name? Oh my God. My name's not Siggy Flicker. Mr. Fessler doesn't care. Okay. So she is so excited to be sitting there talking to Teresa. And needless to say, the other women are not impressed because Rachel Fuda made it crystal MFing clear that she doesn't want, that we don't go back and forth. Okay? It's our side, their side. If you're on any other side but our side, it's the wrong side because A, I've had 2 hips replaced. B, I don't like Teresa. 3, all my husband did was sell a little pot in the 90s. Okay, so get off of him. If anything, he's wanted for lumberjack murder, but that's it. He's not a drug kingpin. All right, so stop it. So Rachel Fuda is pissed. But meanwhile, Jen Fessler has never been happier. She's like, I don't even care that Teresa, people say Teresa is like horrible, and she is all over the place, and she'll ruin your life, and she will. Ooh. But to me, I think she's fun. All right? I'm Mr. Fessler. Hi, husband. I'm getting high with Teresa. This is so fun. This is great. I love being thin. Like she's living her best Ozempic life. And Teresa's like, I don't understand. All I said was that, John Fuda, he's like a father and stuff or whatever, but he was a drug dealer. Who cares? Like what? So what? Who cares? And then she's like, but Rachel, or whatever her name, Jen Fessler, I need to know from you. Because Louis, people heard you say you were telling people you all went over to somebody's house before the reunion. Yeah, you did. And Melissa was there, and my brother Joey was there, and all the other people I don't like were there. And you guys were scheming and plotting against us, trying to take down Lobster Louis, and he's a gentleman. And Jen Fessler was just like, yeah, we did. We went over there. Yeah, they weren't trying to do that, girl. You got it. You got it together. Caboodles. And she's like, and then they say that you said that you told them, oh, you guys didn't go through with the plan. And Jen Fessler's like, whoa. No. I said to them that they said that they were going to say something about Louis and bring up this. And they had the manila folders. And I said, well, why didn't you read the manila folders? It doesn't make any sense. We talked about the manila folders. And Teresa's like, oh my God. Okay. Because I was thinking, why would you talk shit on Lobster Louis? Why would you try to take us down? And Jen Fessler's like, no, I love you. Jen Fessler just got done telling Rachel Fuda that she was Team Fuda. Just got done telling Margaret, like, I am Team Marge. You don't want me to talk to Teresa? I'm not going to talk to Teresa. Okay? I'm not going to do that. Okay? I've had sex with James Gandolfini. I'm good. And all it took was Teresa coming over, highly glossed on the lips, being like, what's the deal with this? You wouldn't do that, would ya? And Jen Fessler's like, no. I got some of that Bergen County weed. I would not do that. So they're hugging. They're getting along. And Rachel Fuda, oops, sorry, my phone just fell again. Rachel Fuda was giving her the death stare. Okay. I'm not afraid of John Fuda. I don't think John Fuda can do shit. I have never been so afraid of a skinny woman, a woman this small in my life. This lady is gonna mob wives, Renee Gravano or whatever her name was, put a hit out on you. She was like, you gonna stay at my house? You gonna drink my Bacardi? You gonna eat off my charcuterie board? Then you're gonna go over to Teresa? Okay. She was pissed. And Melissa Gorga was just like talking a little bit of shit. Her and Margaret like, I don't even remember what Melissa Gorga said. She was just kind of being like, But Jen Fessler, she was like, this is so much fun. Me and Teresa. Teresa, come over here. Say hi to my husband. He's little and he's bald. And Louie's like, yeah. Teresa, yeah, let's get everybody on our team to go after your brother and his friends. Yeah. Right, Lexi? Rachel does not play all 95 pounds of her. I was like, when I saw her look, I'm like, oh my God. She is gonna mob wives these people. Rachel Fuda? I don't know. Rachel Food ain't nothing to fuck with. Okay, they say that Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with, but I'm starting to believe Rachel Food ain't nothing to fuck with because that look. Thank you, Amy. Amy says thank you for sharing the link. Well, thank you for joining, and Amy became a new member. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Dossier says Rachel needs to sit down. She's only been here for a minute for her to have any side. She's real mad. Like she really hates Teresa and Louis, and I'm not. I guess I don't really know why, other than, okay, Louis did background checks. Bo Dietl. Okay. Oh, because they teamed up with John Fuda's ex, the mother of his oldest son, right? Is that why they really hate each other? Whew, it's a lot. It's a lot to keep up with. Jacqueline says, Rachel gonna shank Jen Fessler. Oh, Jen Fessler doesn't. Jen Fessler, she don't know. Do you see? She comes from like these like adorable beginnings. Her mom is a twin, and her mom is adorable with this red curly hair, and her twin still dress alike. She's literally coming out of like the Bopsy twins. And Rachel Fuda, she's like, the charcuterie board doubles as a murdering device. She was so mad. I was like, why are we ending the episode when it's just getting good? It's just getting good. Because we are going to see Flip Flop Anonymous. So now this is the new team. So where Jackie Goldschlager was besties with Melissa Gorga, now she's Team Teresa. Remember when she was like, Webster's Dictionary, look it up. Teresa. Talking something about the Webster's Dictionary. She used to hate Teresa, even though we knew deep down that what's her name? Is her name Jackie? Yeah, Jackie Goldschlager. She was going to meet and greets to meet Teresa Giudice. Teresa Lobster. I don't know Louis. Louis Ruiz. I don't know his last name. Louis Lobster. Okay, so Teresa Lobster. Jackie Goldschlager was a fan. And so now she finally got what she wanted. And Jen Fessler's like, I've always wanted to be friends with Teresa too. And then Jennifer Aiden has long been Team Teresa. So this is the team that's going to be going after Margaret and Melissa. Dolores is somewhere in between, and I do not know where Danielle is going to end up. But she's allegedly going to Fashion Week, and I don't want to live in a world where this woman is at Fashion Week. No offense, all offense. She's like, oh my God, my bougie kids. 1 minute I just had like a couple of jackets. Now I've made 4 outfits myself. I don't know. I don't understand this. What constitutes a fashion week? I don't know. But I guess she's there. So I don't know where Danielle is going to end up. But Margaret is losing her team by the second. Our Bergen County insider, Lisa, says, to allegedly be the drug dealer of Bergen County, you know there has to be mafia ties. Oh, but whisper that, mafia ties. Believe me, if Rachel Fuda wants to take down Teresa, she won't have to lift a finger. Oh, my God. Has Teresa met her match with Rachel Fuda, or is she just all bark with new hips? I don't know. But it seems like she's not going to drop it. And her husband, John Fuda, I don't know. I don't even want to talk about them because I don't know what they're capable of, allegedly. Okay. Jersey has long been the most violent Real Housewives franchise. I think they've had the most jail time. I don't know. Oh, Teresa better. Lisa says Teresa better stop stepping to John Fuda. This is dangerous. Oh no, God, I'm worried about Teresa. Oof, Fuda. Oh my gosh, you can just tell like he's had all the cocktails. In this picture, his eyes are like, I've had all the cocktails. Veronique says Goldschlager makes you choke. Fact from the 80s. A flake of gold can get stuck in your throat. I've only drank Goldschlager when I was very young and just liked to get super drunk. And when me and my friends would go to bars and be like, let's try all kinds of different gross things and see who can drink the most. Like, so stupid. And I remember like Goldschlager. I don't remember what it tasted like, but I would never order it. It is weird that it has like little gold in it. So Margaret and Melissa, this is going to be a very weird season. I don't know if I'm ready to say interesting yet, because people are jumping out of their boat. And then we got introduced to some new girl. I have no idea who this woman is. Beautiful. But they were like, have you met my friend Danielle? Maybe it's another Danielle. I don't remember her name. It was like a blip. And then Margaret's like, are you on your first marriage or your second marriage? And they're like, oh my God, Marge, you can't just ask that. And she's like, yes, I can. I'm the second wife. Are you the first wife or the second wife? And then she says, I'm the upgrade. And they were like, oh my God, ha 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 ha. I do not know who this woman is. Yes, it looks like it could be Dolores' little sister. If I was Dolores, I'd be like, are you trying to replace me? Are you trying to replace me? Is she coming a friend of? Can we get better at the introductions here? And she's like, that's my husband over there. And her husband was like tiny. He's like, I'm like, who is that? They acted like we should know him. And maybe because I didn't cover Jersey last season, I'm like forgetting. But I'm like, who is that lady and that little man like this? He was like, she's like, that's my husband. He was like the little guy? Okay. Do they only make them little in Jersey? I don't know. Is there something in the water? I'm not sure. I don't know. But yeah, she does look like Dolores. She really does, but I have no idea who she is. I have no idea. But she literally looks like she could be Dolores' younger sister. And Paul's like, I'm a bigger guy because I'm from Ireland. But yeah, they really acted like we should know who this woman is. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know who this woman is. I do not know who this woman is. Shout out to Queens of Bravo. They put this little thing together. Jen Fessler went and talked to Teresa. Margaret, see, when Jen Fessler's a little cocktailed up, you never know what she's going to say. So Margaret's already like, she's going to get cut out of the group. You're done. You're dead to me. Oh my God, this is such a bad shot of poor Rachel Fuda in this picture because she's like, now is everybody on their first husband or the second? They're like, Margaret, you can't say that. Yes, I can. I'm Margaret. I'm so fun. I can say that. So I don't know. I don't know. Naomi says the husband works with John Fuda, but no one ever met them before the show. Okay, then I don't feel so bad because I'm like, who is this person? She's like, they work together. What line of business? Excuse me. What line of business do they work in? Transport? What is all the Mafia guys always in? Like in Sopranos. Tony Soprano, I know he had the strip club, but then they also had like, was it delivery? I don't know. I forget. I haven't watched Sopranos in so long. Oh, our insider Bergen County representative says, I haven't watched this episode yet. Avi, this is the Bravo token Latina. I can say that as a Latina. Reaching thirsty for Latin viewers. Well, they do. I mean, they have they ever tried to diversify, to like add diversity to Jersey? Have we always just had, I feel like it's always been Italian women, Jewish women. Has there ever been a Latina? Has there ever been a Black woman in Jersey? On the show, I should say. Not that I can remember. I don't think so. Yes, Pam, waste management. He's in waste management with John Food. I'll be like, Tiki. Yeah, Tiki was married to, Tiki was a football player, right? He was a professional athlete. And then wasn't his wife wasn't she kind of awful? She was there for like half a second. Yeah, Italian and Irish. So like it's very diverse. We have Italians and we have Irish people. I love how you guys were like, duh, sanitation, fencing, construction, import, export. Whew, football. Okay. Sorry. I told you guys, I'm just this upcoming season getting into foosball so I can watch the Vikings with my husband. Oh, he married his mistress. Tiki did. Yeah. So I don't know all the foosball players. I'm very into the NBA right now because of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Okay. That's the only reason. But now they're tied 2-2 with the Denver Nuggets. No shade. No offense, all offense to Denver, but the last 2 Wolves games, I thought we were going to sweep this series, but apparently not. Apparently not, because Anthony Edwards, Ant, has to do it all by himself. Okay, these last 2 games. Not that this is a sports show, but when Minnesota is in some kind of finals or playoffs, I'm all in. Otherwise, I'm all out. The only Minnesota team I follow, like regularly games, even when they're not in the playoffs, is the Wild, because I'm from the state of hockey. But this Timberwolves team is so good, but I do not know why we lost the last 2 games. It was a disgrace. A disgrace. HC says they all look related, to be honest. Yeah, there's some relational people. Definitely. But I would, I know I brought up Teresa's podcast briefly, but does anyone listen to it? Is it worth the listen? Am I going to get any tea if I listen to this about Jersey Housewives? Let me know either in the live chat or in the comment section. Dacier, that's such a good question. What team are you on? I'm team neither. I'm over it at this point, them fighting. I'm team eat each other alive. I'm team good TV. I feel like this is like the Capulets and the Montagues. Like it's forever. Squints, Palladores, the Sandlot, forever. I'm not invested in their fighting. I'm team, if I have to pick, I mean, I was going to say team nice butt, but I guarantee Melissa has just as nice of a butt as Teresa. But I'm kind of team no one. Your team Joleen, like, does Kempire say he's team Kempire instead of saying a team? I like that. I'm going to steal that. Shout out to Kempire. He's great. Your team Joleen, like Kempire says. Yeah. I'm actually team Kempire. That's what I am. I'm not even team Joleen. I'm team Kempire. 100%. Oh my God. Yes, team sprinkle cookies. The actual cookies, Nicole. I couldn't have said it better. I'm team Italian food. Yeah. I'm just team good TV. I'm team just, I don't know. I can't deal with this rivalry anymore. I love that Kempire says he's team himself. That is so smart. I love that. Oh, we said we were going to give this season. Yes, Death Ray. I'm team other women. We said we were going to give this season a chance because I have been taking some time off of Jersey because I was just like, this is repetitive. But I said this season, we will give it a chance. We will have some fun. We'll roast it and recap it. And it's actually really fun to be team nobody or team Kempire. It's actually really fun because then I'm not invested either way. I just want good television. Naomi says team double-sided. I'm team double-sided dildo too. That's what I am, Naomi. I am. So, I mean, it's just, there's so much like teams and things to fight for on like Vanderpump and stuff that this has been going on too long. This has been going on longer than Tom Sandoval's been alive, which is like 96 years. Too long, you guys. All right, so there is the roast and recap for episode 2 of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. You guys are fantastic for participating in the live chat. Shout out to all my new members: Leah, Elisa, Susan Z, Beached, Summer, Donna C. Thank you for 12 months. That's amazing. Wanda Lee, Amy, and also shout out to Amy for the super chats. That was so sweet. And the fact that you asked a question of how to like support me further with a super chat. You're such a sweetie, you guys. I have Hype Man Husband Chell working on some more little, what am I thinking, emojis, because my emojis are just, they're old now. So we need more fun emojis. So I have Hype Man Husband Chell. He made one that says, send it to blah, blah. So you'll have fun emojis to use in the chat. We do have some members only content, and sometimes we have our live we do with Nana night pans, more stuff coming up. And if I ever do the drop the link thing, I think I'll drop it for members and Patreon supporters and that. So Bill Aiden's in surgery, Pam, forever. Yes. Anne says it's almost as if the more they try to produce themselves, the more the viewers are losing interest. Yep. HC said had a last minute meeting at work as I was walking out, so I got here late. But thanks, Joleen. You're so welcome, HC. And thank you to our Bergen County representative. Our insider Lisa says, as a grown woman and mother from New Jersey, this show is unbelievably cringe. Such sad representation. Poor children who have to be exploited like this and see their parents and their lives back. Yeah. Hashtag send it to blah blah. Hashtag send it to blah blah. All right, you guys are fantastic. Thanks again. I will be back tomorrow. Big day tomorrow. We have part 1 of the Vanderpump Rules reunion, and I also still have to recap last week's episode of The Valley. I'll probably do that tomorrow, and before the new episode airs, because got to get it done. Got to get her all in. All right, you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You know, you're welcome.
I'll always love that, Denise Richards. Thank you. You're welcome. And like I always say, enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Bye.